coon here that was killed by a coyote last night. And the reason I know it was a coyote is because when I come up and I saw the coon laying here and it wasn't alive, which was unusual, run 24-hour check. We had about 2 inches of rain, which is real rocky where I'm at here in the woods. It's hard to see tracks. Very rarely am I even leaving a track, but I've got an intersection, which I'll show you the location here in a second, and it goes up around to another intersection. It's only about 50 feet away where I had another set, and I saw the dead coon. I could see where my flat set was tore apart, so I'll go up there and check the other one. No activity, but on the way there was enough silt from that rain yesterday that I could see that a coyote has come by, and I'm gonna blame the coyote on killing the coon. So I'm gonna leave that coon right where it's at. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna take it out of the trap, move the traps back over to where the flat set is, show you how I'm setting that up, and then I'm just gonna go right on the other side of the road, and I'm gonna put in a horn set, which is another form of flat set, because I know now, because there's not a lot of coyotes here at all, that if one came down through here enough to kill the coon, leave tracks, that I'm going to set. I'll have 3 traps for him right in here, probably 50 yards of each other. So when he comes back through, or if he's got pups with him, whatever, hopefully I can pick up him or another one and take care of business. I'm going to show you this flat set over here and how we're going to set it back, and it's just one of the top sets you'll use in the woods. This did not look like this, and I don't know if the coyote dug this out or the coon dug it out. There's really no way of knowing it. You can't hardly see any type of tracks. But this was sitting right there. This all looked really natural. You can see where this stuff was in here. Well, let's take that back. That was right here. Right there. Here's my 2 trap beds, and you can see even with the coon caught, having the long cable, not a whole lot now I've got to come back up here and do. So I'm going to put these traps back using KB 5.5s, and I'm going to change what I had lure wise on the set, and I've used coyote urine on the first one, and I'm going to use wolf urine, which I use a lot of when I'm coming back behind the coyote that's already been at a set that I know of. So we've already got a trap beds dug because of the set already being here. I'm using 2 traps, which I use a lot of. One nice thing about these KBs is you can really put some pressure to them to bed them, and they don't fire off on you. It's hard to bed traps when you're in this real loamy stuff that's nothing but the decomposed leaves, basically. Okay, I've got those in here. Now, when I first originally made this, there was a little grass clump sitting right up here in the middle. They got tore out. Now, since we're in the woods, you can do some things to help guide that coyote that's not going to look unnatural at all. I'm just going to try to use something to help guide him to where we want him to go. Okay, we've got those in there. Even though I'm using leaves, I go and put peat moss over them because it helps with the rain. Because this set went through about 2 inches of rain before it caught that coon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get, because you can see that something has happened here, so I'm going to try to get this to look back somewhat natural of what it was before the catch was caught. Now that coyote knows something was here because either he dug this set up or the coon did. I'm going to take my sifter, and in the road bed a lot of times you can find enough material that you can hide your set where it looks pretty natural. By setting your traps in the peat moss and in the leaves, it can handle rain. We're using dirt alone. It just can't get it done because it's going to blow out all the time on you. All you're trying to do with the leaves is just break stuff up. Where it looks somewhat natural again. Now focus is going to be in 3 different areas, just like it was. Here's the old bait stick, which I had under here, had urine on here, and I had lure right here. So it's 3 points of interest. If he's not interested in one, maybe he'll get some more footpath coming back and forth, foot movement to get caught. I used gator bait on the first one. None of this is going to be visual. Remember, I had fur check over here, so what I'm going to do this time though is I'm going to use a gland lure, coyote gland lure. It's fresh. And I'm going to take a little bit of this wolf urine. That's going to soak in that wood real well. Now the cable running off to a tree, and all I'm going to do is just cover this up. Set's complete. It's not something that's going to spook him. It's not something here that's out of place. You got a bait smell, a gland smell, and a urine smell. Get some foot traffic in here and catch him. Even though there's no visual, coyotes have no trouble finding something by smell. Although woofers, they were big in the flat sets, and there's a reason why. I take a lot more coyotes in flat sets than I do dirt hole sets. I use a lot of sets just like this. Play around, everything's different. Mother Nature will give you something different. All this was naturally here. All I did was just add smell to it and conceal the traps in front of it. And see what happens. But we're going to go right over there, and I'm going to put a sheep horn set in. It's got a toy factor with it in case there's pups. It's old. It's a little strange, so it may take a few days for an adult coyote to mess with it. But it's a good set, and I'll show you how we do that. Then I'll show you the location.